Think ordering grilled meat or fried chicken is a healthier choice? Think again. The biggest brands are hiding some hard-to-swallow surprises. While you're eating with trust in their quality, the truth behind their kitchens and supply chains might make you hesitate next time. This isn't just about taste. It's about truths the fast food industry doesn't want you to know. And once you know, you'll never see that burger or chicken nugget the same way again. 5. Burger King fake smoke and designed meat. You walk into Burger King, and the smoky, grilled aroma hits your nose, sparking that familiar hunger. But have you ever paused to wonder, is that smell really from charcoal and freshly grilled meat? The truth is far from the image they've built. Those patties you picture sizzling on a grill? They come with grill marks pre-printed at the factory, etched on an assembly line. Burger King calls it flame-grilled, but much of that smoky flavor comes from additives like liquid smoke, a chemical injected into the meat to trick your taste buds. Frozen patties are pre-cooked, packaged, and shipped to stores, where they're merely reheated before hitting your bun. You're not eating fresh grilled meat. You're eating an industrial product engineered to mimic it. The patty's texture raises questions, too. Unlike home-grilled beef, tender in spots, charred at edges, naturally varied, Burger King's patties are eerily uniform, a consistent brown with no stray muscle fibers. That's the result of meat redesign, ground fine, mixed with preservatives and sodium phosphate to retain moisture, then pressed into perfect shapes. A single Whopper's sodium can hit nearly a fifth of your daily recommended salt intake. And if you've ever compared the juicy, thick burger in ads to the thin, dull, lopsided one you get, you know the gap between marketing and reality. Past food scandals don't help, like horse meat found in Europe or employee videos exposing moldy meat and improper storage. While Burger King doesn't deny using additives, the level of design in their product leaves many wondering, are you eating a burger or a chemically optimized meat replica? The issue isn't just taste or nutrition, it's the deception. Flame-grilled imagery sells an industrial product laced with artificial flavors. If a burger can sit for a week without changing color or smell, is it food or an edible model? If this worries you, Burger King's just the start of a much bigger picture. 4. Arby's, roast beef, or reconstructed product? If you picture Arby's roast beef as a fragrant, slow-roasted cut like mom's home-cooked meal, you're imagining far from reality. The truth? That meat isn't roasted traditionally. It's shaped. Arby's beef starts not as a whole cut, but as a ground-up blend of beef, water, binders, and flavorings. This mix is molded, cooked in a factory, chilled, and packed into uniform roast beef blocks. At stores, it's reheated and sliced into thin, identical strips. That's why an Arby's roast beef sandwich looks odd. Each slice is paper-thin, unnaturally glossy, and without the roughness, tendons, or muscle fibers of real meat. Instead, a greasy sheen from high moisture and water-retaining additives makes it seem juicy but lacks the true meaty feel. Food safety-wise, Arby's roast beef is edible. Industrial processes kill bacteria, but safe doesn't mean natural or high quality. One sandwich can pack 970 milliliters of sodium, nearly 40% of your daily limit, mostly from preservatives and flavor enhancers. Rumors of liquid meat solidified have dogged Arby's, with claims their roast beef is pumped into bags like a slurry and hardened. While they deny this, the actual process, grinding, mixing additives, molding, shaping, isn't far off. The issue isn't just what you're eating, it's the deception. Roast beef evokes tradition, but you're getting a product designed to look like a real meal, optimized for speed, cost, and shelf life. If you've wondered why Arby's meat looks so perfectly uniform, like in ads, now you know, it's the result of industrial manufacturing, not kitchen craft. A slice of meat isn't a slice of meat. It's a chemical formula for convenience. 3. KFC, real chicken but troubling practices. You step into KFC, and the golden, crispy chicken, sizzling oil, and rich aroma instantly awaken your senses. But one bite of oddly textured meat, slick skin, or a faint off smell, and you realize fried chicken doesn't always mean wholesome. The concern isn't the chicken itself. Yes, KFC uses real poultry, but how it's handled and stored. Former KFC workers have spilled unsettling secrets about kitchen practices. Some locations leave raw chicken out of refrigeration too long. Others rush to fry partially thawed pieces, leaving the outside crispy but the inside undercooked, even raw. KFC's pressure fryers, key to that crunchy crust and juicy interior, are a double-edged sword. The heavily spiced coating can mask flaws, old meat, strange odors, or underdone centers. Some stores have been accused of altering expiration dates to use past-due chicken, a not just gross but dangerous health risk. KFC's chicken supply comes mainly from industrial farms where birds are packed tightly and prone to disease. Antibiotics to prevent illness are common. While legal, this raises worries about antibiotic residues creeping into the food chain. And that 11 secret spices crust, KFC's brand hallmark? It can hide off flavors. Packed with high sodium, flavor enhancers, and additives, this familiar dish can challenge digestion, especially for sensitive eaters or kids. The real danger isn't one bad piece of chicken. It's the false sense of trust the brand breeds. Colonel Sanders' face on the bucket screams reliability and tradition, but in many cases, it's an industrialized line cutting safety corners for speed. In short, don't just see the hot chicken in front of you. Look deeper, at the journey it took to your plate. Just because it's real chicken doesn't mean it's truly safe food. 2. Taco Bell. Beef or chemical mix? If you've savored a hot Taco Bell taco thinking it's 100% beef, you might want to read closer or taste harder. The truth? Only about 88% of their beef filling is actual meat. The other 12%? A mix of additives, starches, sugars, and even ingredients derived from paper. No, you didn't mishear. A key additive in Taco Bell's beef is torula yeast, a byproduct of paper production. Its job? Boost meaty flavor without adding more meat. Then there's maltodextrin for sweetness, soy lecithin to stabilize fats, citric acid for preservation, and other fillers. It sounds more like a lab list than fast food. The beef's texture is the biggest red flag. Unlike home-cooked ground beef with natural gristle, muscle, or fat streaks, Taco Bell's meat is eerily smooth, almost straw-sippable. No tendons, no fibers, no roughness. It's unnaturally uniform, a telltale sign of industrial processing and restructuring. Workers have revealed Taco Bell's beef isn't cooked fresh in store. It arrives pre-cooked in plastic bags, warmed by submerging in hot water, and then poured into shells. It's not wrong, but it crushes any notion of fresh for diners. In 2011, Taco Bell faced a lawsuit claiming their mix didn't qualify as beef under USDA standards. They won, insisting it's compliant, but consumer trust took a hit. Legal or not, oats, sugar, paper-derived yeast, and industrial additives aren't what anyone expects in beef. Another issue, high sodium. The beef alone can hit a third of your daily salt limit, making it addictive but risky for blood pressure and heart health over time. Taco Bell isn't breaking laws. They're cleverly bending the idea of beef, sacrificing real quality for cost savings. When you bite into a taco, you're not just getting flavor but a chain of business choices prioritizing chemical efficiency over nutrition. In short, if you think you're eating beef at Taco Bell, you might just be tasting an industrial meat replica, built for assembly lines, not your health. 1. Subway. Nearly half the chicken isn't chicken. Think you're making a smart choice with a Subway chicken sandwich? Light, protein-packed, healthy? The truth inside that bun might shock you. Only about 53% is actual chicken. The rest? Soy, fillers, preservatives, and artificial flavorings. This isn't from a random blog. CBC Marketplace, a trusted Canadian consumer investigation show, ran DNA tests on fast food chains. Subway stunned. Their chicken was barely half poultry DNA. The rest was soy protein, cheaper, longer-lasting, easier to store, but not what you want when picking lean protein. Picture this. Cut a real chicken breast. You see clear muscle fibers, natural texture, and a genuine chew. At Subway, chicken slices are oddly uniform, slick, nearly fiberless, with grill marks too perfect, like they're stamped, not seared. The flavor tells a story too. Real chicken absorbs spices subtly. Subway's chicken has an odd chemical tang, a lingering aftertaste, sometimes sharp. That's from additives like sodium phosphate, modified cornstarch, and moisture retainers, keeping it shelf-stable but turning your meal into a taste bud trick. Ever notice Subway's chicken never gets fully cold, even when left out? That's because this artificial mix doesn't react to temperature like real meat. It stays springy and suspect, designed to last as long as possible. Worse, some customers report feeling bloated, sluggish, or unwell after eating Subway. While not immediately dangerous, regularly eating a product that's nearly 50% non-meat isn't a long-term win. Chicken should come from a farm, not a lab. If a giant like Subway cuts costs by slashing quality, what else are they hiding in those healthy subs? Stay sharp. Just because they say chicken doesn't mean you're eating real poultry. If a meal needs a prescription-length additive list to hold its shape and taste, it's time to find a new lunch spot. Common thread among the top 5 chains. Each fast food chain has its own flavor and brand strategy. But dig into how they handle meat, from Subway to Burger King, and a pattern emerges. A trade-off between profit and quality and speed and transparency with consumers. First, the real meat content is lower than you'd think. From Subway's chicken, that's only 53% poultry, to Taco Bell's beef, mixed with oats, sugar, and paper-derived yeast, what's in your sandwich isn't pure protein. It's an industrialized version, blended and tweaked to maximize profits, extend shelf life, and shield against ingredient price swings. Second, processing and storage are often sloppy. KFC's been called out for leaving raw chicken out too long. Burger King has faced scandals over moldy meat and mishandling. The crispy coating or grilled aroma at the counter? It might just mask a rushed assembly line that skips rigorous safety checks. Third, ads inspire, but reality disappoints. Thick, golden meat in commercials clashes with the thin, pale, limp patty you get. These brands master selling the feeling of quality without delivering the real thing. Most telling. Consumers didn't ask for this trade-off. Nobody expects Michelin star fast food. But we want basic honesty and safety, not products designed like industrial goods and labeled as meat. It's not just about taste or value. In a world of savvier consumers, no one expects fast food to be as pure as home cooking. But we have a right to expect real food. Not gourmet, not pricey, just honest. What angers customers isn't a bad sandwich. It's feeling disrespected and deceived by lofty ads hiding industrial food experiments. You pick Subway's chicken thinking it's healthy, only to learn half isn't chicken. You choose Taco Bell, believing it's at least beef, but find a mix of paper byproducts and sugar. You trust KFC for Southern Comfort Crunch, but beneath that golden crust lies old, hastily thawed meat. It's not just hygiene, it's business ethics. This isn't solved by eat less or avoid them. Behind every bite is a chain of cold corporate choices, cheaper ingredients, profit optimization through quality cuts, all while keeping food tasty enough. They're not just selling burgers, they're selling compromise, hoping you won't notice. A question of business ethics. When profit is king, ethics take a back seat. What was once acceptable becomes fine if no one checks closely. Executives in boardrooms don't think about your meal. They focus on input costs, storage times, and quarterly margins. Ethics. It's a last slide topic if PR risks arise. But brands underestimate this. Consumers are evolving. We don't just want cheap, we want real. We don't demand perfection, but we need honesty. When a brand betrays that trust, they don't just lose a customer, they lose a generation that asks questions. Business ethics isn't born from slogans. It's proven in every bite of meat. In choosing to keep or change a recipe, not because laws demand it, but because customers deserve respect. If a brand can't answer, "Why do we do this?" with transparency, consumers will rewrite the standards they've ignored. It's time for consumers to step up. Consumers aren't just buyers anymore. We're watchdogs. Every choice, every meal, is a vote for how the food industry treats you. Stay silent, and they'll keep blending, refining, and faking flavors with cheap additives. Speak up, and they'll have to adjust. Read labels closely. Research sources. Ask staff questions. Listen to others who've faced consequences. If a brand can't answer the simple question, What am I eating? It's time to find one that respects your right to know the truth. We can't control the entire supply chain, but we control what goes in our mouths. From that choice, the power to change begins.